being found in these lakes, man. This is MTGV, and you with Miss V. She keep her
welcome
ear
in,
to
y'all.
the street, a drum to a beat. This is the place that you wanna be, but all trolls we delete. You better believe. Just so you
Please smack that thumbs up as you come in. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. Help us reach our goal of 300 thumbs up. Shout out to all my new members, all my new subscribers, and old ones. Shout out to everybody, y'all. Welcome in.
Thank you for tuning in to MTGV, True Crime TV. Y'all know what it is, man. Team Vibe, Miss V. Hey, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe.
Please do,
y'all.
y'all.
Leave a comment too. Yeah. We're gonna see you on the flip side.
Okay, so a lot of y'all may know that today Quadajah had a court hearing, and I heard that the middleman got touched today. Apparently it was a fight outside. I heard he was handcuffed and all kind of stuff, but I don't have the story all the way. I know that Cold Piece went to the hearing, sat with the family, wore her pink and all of that. So I got a chance to watch a little bit of her video, but she didn't record. She didn't get a chance to record, but I'm sure she'll be coming back with more. But one of the things I have is Tia Ewing. She has been covering this case, Fox 32 or 30, yeah, Fox 32, and she was there and had something to say. So I wanted to watch this not by myself. I wanted to come in and watch it with y'all. Shout out to Just Drea. Welcome in, 365 days. Thank you for coming in and dropping down. Shout out to you. So I want to hear what Tia Ewing had to say, because, I mean, it sounds like they literally fought. They connected. So let's just get into it, because I don't know what all happened. Let me uncover this. Shout out to my BFF in the building. How you doing? Yeah, I wanted to shout out all my new members too. I see I got a couple new members. I have several new subscribers. Y'all see her, she going on that. Let me take this.
Hi everybody. Down. Hi everybody. So come on in. Of course, you know what happened outside of the courthouse.
I don't.
There is a video trending from TT Barfield, who was outside, who captured.
Oh, I need to put that up.
What unfolded outside of the courthouse. I kind of want to walk you through what I have surmised happened that led up to that point. We did have a producer who was there at the time, a field producer working for Fox 32 that kind of filled me in on everything that unfolded. This is a story that we will be covering on air today as well. So okay. I do have some information based on that. So come on in.
Let's get into it.
So let me first say that I cannot confirm officially what happened outside. All I can tell you is that who allegedly got arrested out of all of this. Oh. There's been varying accounts of what happened. Some people say, I don't want to get into the weeds of what we don't know to be concrete, because I think
hold on, y'all. I found it.
I think can be misconstrued in this is, you know.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, let me pull this up. Ooh wee. This a minute and 30 seconds. I don't know what let me just let her keep talking.
Everything we're saying about this case, we have to be responsible. As a journalist, I have to be absolutely responsible about everything that is said about this case, because I do know that it has a lot of heightened emotions. So it's really tough. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second, you guys. One second.
I'm pulling up the other video, y'all. Give me a second.
All right. So with that being said, I feel like we have to be super responsible. I know a lot of people were fired up from a previous live that I did talking about details of the case. I do want to remind people that when I spoke about those details of the case, and I had that paper in front of me, that information came from the Cook County State's Attorney's Office. That was not for me. So the fist bump allegation, all of that came from the Cook County State's Attorney's Office by way of what they call a proffer. Okay, so they compose a proffer which outline.
Dang, so it didn't let me keep that up. Hold on, let me cover this right quick, y'all. Because I'm trying to find the right video. What is going on? Wait, what? Can y'all hear me? Mic check, mic check. Let me know if y'all can hear me. It look like I'm freezing up or something. Okay, I see her back. Hold on, y'all. If y'all can hear me, I'm trying to get this together. What the heck? I can't hear it. Why can't I hear it? Wait, did it go on mute?
Walk you through
God dang
what
it.
I have.
The hell? Hold on. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I see me moving now. I froze up for a minute, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to pull up this other person. Hold on. It's where the action at. I hope we can show this because we about to. Why do I see it on my phone, but I don't see it over here? That's weird. OMG. Take me to this person's page. Wait, maybe I have to find it some other kind of way. Let me put in Romeca name. Maybe it'll come up. I don't know why it won't pull up. We'll listen to the audio of it, y'all. Right quick. Okay, so I do see Carlos over there handcuffed, so he lived to see another day. I don't know if he got. They're saying that it was a fight, so I'm assuming that he was fighting somebody. They nabbed him. But one thing for sure, too, for certain, it was a lot. The cops was already out there. They already knew that emotions was running high. They all got body cams, so something is gonna come from this. Oh, it's him and another guy in handcuffs. There's two guys in dreads with handcuffs. He talking mess. I don't know why he thought it was gonna be sweet. I really don't, but He was talking mess as he was walking past. Oh, they beat him up big time. She said you're gonna see pink for the rest of your life. That's her sister. The one that's talking is the sister that spoke, that said that she the one that they don't usually like to let talk. So did the women jump him or what? Ruined that girl's life. It's a guy in pink. It was another guy cussing in handcuffs with short dreads. It looked like he had on a pink hoodie, so I'm assuming that might be one of Romeca's brothers, or for sure one of her supporters. Wow.
All right, I'll go.
Okay, I'm gonna try to figure out how I can pull that video up. I don't know if y'all were able to see it, but it is on Facebook. Shout out to Miss Patty, welcome in. Shout out to Just Gifted. How you doing, fam? How y'all doing? Thank you to everybody that's coming in. We can hear you, BFF. Okay, thank you, because I could not tell if my mic was moving or what. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody listening in. I'm going to pull back up Tia Ewing, and then I'm going to still try to figure out how I can let y'all see this video, because I want to play it on here. It wasn't no violence or nothing showing on it, so it's good. But I'm going to go back to Tia Ewing. We'll get her perspective of it, because she was there. I do believe she's seen the commotion that was going on. This is so weird how this stuff pull up. I also want to make a correction about that note that has been circulating with Romeca. Y'all, please smack the thumbs up. So why I got it pulled back up. So what I was talking about is I have been saying that this was the day that she dropped her son off. Is it showing up? I don't know. Everything moving so dang on slow. This wasn't the day that she dropped her son off. This was actually the first day of school. She actually wrote that note on his first day of school. She did not write that note the day that she was unalived. From what I'm looking at, this was posted. I don't know why everything moving slow. But the note was posted on her Instagram on August 18th. August 18th was the first day of school at that school. And I just want to make that correction. And the reason why, it was already in my head that it was the day that she was unalived, because that's how it was being reported. So when I found it myself, even circled the date and thought that it was the 18th of September. I had everything wrong. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, and I don't even, do I have the one that shows the date? I showed it before in my last live stream. But anyway, this is what I'm talking about. And then I thought I put it in here, or did it not go in? OMG. I don't think it went in. Oh, here it is. Okay, so right here, this is the picture also that I was showing of her son. It ain't popped up. Okay, there it is. I don't know. Everything is moving slow right now. But anyway, you see where it says August 18th. That was the first day of his school. That was the day that she wrote the note. But it was presented as if it was the day that she was unalive. So I'm pulling it up, the note itself, where I got it directly from her Instagram. August 18th is when she wrote this note. But everybody was presented, the way I understood it, I thought they meant she wrote that note that day. She absolutely did not. August 18th was also, it was the first day of school. And they have been saying that she was late dropping them off at school that day. School does start at 8:30 or 9 o'clock if you pre-K, and it ends at 3:30. Another thing that I had brought up is that, I had ran across these pictures also, and I was saying, in a sense, Romeca was here. She won't be here when her son is old enough to go to the prom, but she's already prepped him for it. As a little boy, he was like 6 years old. This little girl had a birthday party, and her birthday theme was prom. So they told everybody to bring their kids dressed in their best or whatever, and it was a little prom thing that they was having. Now, ordinarily, I'll be like, now that, this a little grown, let kids be kids and all that. But with Romeca not being here now to be able to see her son off when he is old enough to go to his prom, he got this. She was there for this. You just got to celebrate the small things. And another thing why I got this pause, we are going to get to Tia. This is the picture that Cole Piece let me get, because I was trying to figure out if she had blood on her shoes, and I couldn't see her shoes that good in the screenshot that I had. Now we can clearly see that she has on fuzzy slide-ons, and somebody told me that they was clogs. They believe these are clog slippers, and they very well could be, because I was looking at some just the other day. And they slide in. She got on white socks. Like I said in my previous live stream, it looked like she got specks of blood on her socks. And then it's a big smear on the shoe. So yeah, it is. And it's probably, it's more blood. Thick drops. She got the white socks, shoulder spots, and then the shoes itself. So yeah, she definitely had blood on her shoes. And she also had it on her hands. It's on her pants too. I can see it on her hands. Okay, so I really wanted to make that correction about this note, because that just had me confused myself. And then I'm like, wait a minute, because somebody had also said something about this. It was privated at first on her Instagram, and then her somebody must have unprivated it. But no, she clearly posted this on August 18th, the very first day of school. So I had the other note, because her son, he wrote on the back of it, "More love you, mommy." He wrote on the back of it, and I thought that went in here too, but I guess it didn't. Okay, so now let's get to the update. Let's get to Tia Ewing's version of events and what she thought about what happened. And it can be a bad look, because one of the things I caught her saying, like, everybody want justice and stuff, and you screaming for justice, but then it's injustices going on outside. But this dude couldn't have thought. I don't even know why he was brave enough to keep showing up.
All this other outside stuff. You got kids that are caught up in a,
because he had made a comment that he didn't get touched. Somebody else got touched or something. He had made a comment about that, talking about something else. But let's get into it, y'all. Please smack the thumbs up if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and welcome to Make This Go Viral Crime Podcast. My name is Miss V, for the people that don't know.
Hi, everybody. So come on in. Of course, you know what happened outside of the courthouse. There is a video trending from TT Barfield, who was outside, who captured what unfolded outside of the courthouse. I kind of want to walk you through what I have surmised happened that led up to that point. We did have a producer who was there at the time, a field producer working for Fox 32 that kind of filled me in on everything that unfolded. This is a story that we will be covering on air today as well. So I do have some information based on that. So come on in. So let me first say that I cannot confirm officially what happened outside. All I can tell you is that who allegedly got arrested out of all of this. There's been varying accounts of what happened. Some people say, I don't want to get into the weeds of what we don't know to be concrete, because I think one of the things that I think can be misconstrued in this is, everything we're saying about this case, we have to be responsible. As a journalist, I have to be absolutely responsible about everything that is said about this case, because I do know that it has a lot of heightened emotions. So it's really tough. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second, you guys. One second. All right. So with that being said, I feel like we have to be super responsible. I know a lot of people were fired up from a previous live that I did talking about details of the case. I do want to remind people that when I spoke about those details of the case, and I had that paper in front of me, that information came from the Cook County State's Attorney's Office. That was not for me. So the fist bump allegation, all of that came from the Cook County State's Attorney's Office by way of what they call a proffer. Okay, so they compose a proffer which outline, and they do it for every case, that outlines what they have investigated or figured out to be issues and things that have come out in their fact-finding period in that case. So that was not my words. I know that Carlos went on to do a live that said a fist bump never happened. I personally, that didn't come from me. That came from the proffer from the Cook County State's Attorney's Office. So any lives that you've seen, all of that came from the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, not from me. So you guys need to understand that. And I think that got people really riled up. Listen, one thing, and I'm going to get into what happened today. One thing that I'm not is I don't know any of these people, meaning I do not know the family of Romeca. I met them by way of journalism. Like they wanted to get their story out. They found me. We ended up doing an interview. I do not personally know them. Same thing with Carlos. His family had reached out to me. I believe it was his sister via email. And that is how I was linked up with Carlos. I asked his sister in that email for her phone number. So she was, during the time before charges even came about, she was letting me know some of what the details on her side to her knowledge were. And that it was very clear to me that Carlos wouldn't be speaking to me at that time because legally they have been advised. When I say they, I'm talking about Carlos and also Quadajah Holly Johnson. At that time, were told not to speak to the media. But I was able to find some details out through her by way of her brother. So then fast forward, Quadajah Holly Johnson is taken into custody. And that is how Carlos even had my number, was by way of his sister, who had contacted me months prior via email. Quadajah Holly Johnson's cousin or aunt, I believe, I don't remember, and I don't want to misspeak here, but somebody that is related to her, who also knows the PR space, contacted me as well. At some point, we exchanged phone numbers, and it was very clear to me that Quadajah Holly Johnson did not want to speak because her attorney had instructed her not to speak. It was never that she didn't have a platform by me to speak. This is not a situation where I'm taking sides here. I don't know anybody here. The only people that I feel any type of like absolute like pouring of my heart out for is obviously anybody in this situation who's lost. That's all sides, right? And especially the children in this. This is who I feel the worst for. So while people are online arguing, trying to call for my job and all this stuff, who you need to be pouring your love and heart out to are the children that are literally at a deficit.
Are you serious?
Because of this situation? But we're not focusing on that. We're focusing on all this other outside stuff. You got kids that are
okay. So she's saying people are calling for her job, and I did hear her say that the fist bump came through the proffer offer. Wait, what? So I really don't know what all that means. But why are people displacing their anger, calling for her resignation or for her to get fired? Like, come on. People speaking out and try to get the word out is just ridiculous. So I'm a guess that it's Deja's side, since they was defending Deja in the conversation from what she just said. Didn't know you did lives. Oh, you didn't? Yeah, I do live shorts and videos. So check out all of the content. Thank you for being here. And thanks for sending the reactions, Miss Patty. And listening in the background. I appreciate it. Okay, we're gonna keep it going. That's crazy.
Caught up in the middle of this. One in the womb who was not here, who was growing up in a womb that's probably stressed out in jail. One that is, I don't know where the little baby in all of this is. And I say baby because we know that child is not, I don't think the child is quite 1 year old yet, maybe like 9 months or so, almost 10 months. And then we have Carlos Jr., who's out here without parents right now. So, okay. So I want to clear that up. Anything that I read out of the proper, the fist bump and all of that, and what witness one said that they saw and all of this, that came from the Cook County State's attorney. Okay, let's get into what happened today. So in court today, what transpired was, again, Quadajah Holly Johnson's attorneys, they argued for her to, essentially, they were pressing for her to be let out. Rightfully so. They can do that. That is their legal right to do that. She is pregnant. Prior to this, she did not have a lengthy criminal history. In fact, she had one thing that was a misdemeanor, so not even worth talking about. I mean, it was nothing on her record prior to this. So from a legal standpoint, that is something that an attorney will argue. It does not matter who it is. That attorney would then argue that my client is not a flight risk. My client has never, felt the need, and she had a CCW. She was a concealed carry holder, and there is nothing that indicates that she had fired that weapon at someone or pulled out her gun to shoot and kill someone, allegedly, because we don't know everything unfolded. We're seeing the aftermath video, okay? So prior to that, based on what we know, there's nothing that showed that in her history. So an attorney is obviously going to argue, my client is pregnant, she had no prior criminal history, she should be let out, is what they're going to say. Not
at all.
That was what they tried to have happen in court. That did not happen. That did not happen at all in court. What ended up happening was she was not let out yet again. So this is the second time. And in fact, she will reappear in court on January 7th. Here's where it gets interesting. So our field producer who was there said that Quadajah Holly Johnson's family was let out first out of the courtroom, and that they lingered a little bit in the hallway. And then after that, Romeca's family was let out, but there was still leftover from supporters of Quadajah Holly Johnson. I don't know who exchanged words with who. I'm not here to say that because I was not there to know. And even though my field producer, our field producer of Fox 32 was there, it was not clear who started the drama first. That is unknown here. What we know is words were exchanged. Now, allegedly, people are saying that, and obviously there's two sides, right? Really three. There's people that are supporters of Romeca. She's had supporters this entire time. Since she died, people have been calling for Quadajah Holly Johnson to be charged. And then you have those of Quadajah Holly Johnson that believes that, you know, she's innocent in this and that she did the right thing, okay? And then you have people that are just talking that know nothing about either one of them. They're just followers of the story. Well, we don't know what transpired outside of that courthouse, except for to say that some people are saying that Carlos approached the family. Okay, that's what some people are saying. Some people are, and the family being Romeca's family. Then other people are saying that it was the opposite. Okay, that it was the opposite, and that the family approached Carlos or said something to Carlos. I don't know which one is true. Okay, because we're looking, the video we have is everybody going out. You can hear stuff being said, arguing back and forth. It's both sides. And the video that we have, you hear both sides. It's no indication of who kicked it off in our video from when the argument transpired in the hallways of the Layton Criminal Courthouse. You hear both sides saying something. Now, outside, we don't know because we were not out there. T.T. Barfield, who recorded video outside, where you hear Romeca's sister basically saying, you ruined that girl's life and you ruined...
killed my sister and you ruined her life.
You ruined that girl's life, speaking of Quadajah Holly Johnson. And, you know, my sister, you know, is obviously not here. That was words that she was hurling at Carlos. So again, we don't know who kicked off what outside. What I can tell you is that from the video, we see that, at least this is what I'm being told, that Carlos is then put in handcuffs, brought back in the courthouse, and then family members of Romeca too, one which we know for sure is a family member of Romeca or related to Romeca or known of Romeca because that person has on pink, is also brought back into the courthouse and is in handcuffs with the sheriff. The other person is unknown. So we can at least say Carlos was brought back into the courthouse, and so was a member of Romeca's family, based on the fact that as a support to Romeca, the family and those who are allies of the family have been wearing pink. So that we do know. Mm-hmm. Let's get into what happens in a case like this. There's very heightened emotion. So who knows how this is going to play out. The judge has a very big job here. The judge's number one job in terms of the functionality of the courtroom, of the proceedings, is safety. That is the number one thing here. The problem is that as fights and stuff like this happens, people get in front of the courthouse. Who knows, they're going back to their cars. Who knows what is happening on the outside that can impact the inside of the courtroom. What happens is the judge has a very difficult decision to make. And in past cases, I have seen where judges will then limit who can be in that courtroom. So the judge may say media and only direct family of both individuals. When I say both, the victim and also those, the defendant in this case, can be allowed in the courtroom. So there are several different things that are happening here. So yes, there was a fight on the outside and people are pointing the finger, but what happened on the outside has implications for inside the courtroom. And in fact, there's other layers of what could happen on a legal level when there's this much emotion. I've had people completely threaten me who I do not know, who are now being investigated by different agencies by making threats through social media, all because of a case. In some cases, I think they may be family members of certain people. In other cases, I think they're followers of the case. But all of that kind of stuff outside of the courtroom, especially the way it played out today, has implications inside the courtroom. And I think that's the part that people forget. When you're calling for justice, no matter who you're calling for justice for, we've seen justice for Meeks, as that being Romeca, that was her nickname. We've seen justice for people calling for justice for Quadajah. The problem is when this kind of stuff happens, justice gets kind of muddy. And what I mean by that is you may not ever, depending on who you are, you may not get to see this play out because the judge literally may limit who can be in the courtroom. The judge may literally say the proceedings, therefore, moving forward, will just be this small group of people and you can watch on Zoom. So, that is the
I would think that it is going to possibly be some changes because of the high emotions, but then maybe they'll realize it was emotions running high and they'll still let it happen. What do y'all think they're going to do? I mean, because it definitely was, but they was prepared. It seems like they was prepared. Everybody, they was already outside. They made Romeca family wait. They had Holly's family go out first, but the difference is Romeca had family that never went into the courtroom. They was just outside. They was already out there, according to Cole Piece, because she was there. And she said that some of her family members, like her brothers or whatever, they were outside. They never did come in. If everybody would have came in, it wouldn't have been no sitting room at all because it was packed up in there.
Problem with this is that, I get the emotion part of it. It is a lot of reasons to be mad. There's a lot of reasons to be emotional about it, but let the justice system do their job. Quit calling out people for saying things that you don't know anything about. It's a way to handle things in a proper professional way. And so far what I'm seeing is people are getting emotional about this case, rightfully so, but you're threatening people in the process. So I don't know who threatened who in this case, but what I do know is 3 people were arrested. So, and I did hear that as well, that Carlos was jumped. That is what I've heard too.
Okay.
So there's been different things and varying accounts of what I heard. I heard he approached the family and as a result, he got jumped. Okay. I don't know which one is true. What I will know here shortly is I am waiting on the Cook County Sheriff's Department to get back to me on their narrative of things.
I can't wait to get all the information, but so, maybe he did approach the family. We do know that he was at DCFS trying to get custody or trying to get visitation or whatever. And I had heard that allegedly he got it or something. I don't believe it. Like, that courts don't move that fast. Whatever, if Romeca's mom had to go to court to be able to get him, it's gonna take a court order for him to be able to get visitation. And with all of this stuff happening, it don't sound like a good idea. His envision of the way that things were supposed to happen. Oh, I thought that they was just gonna sit down with me and say, come up with what happened and all of this stuff. Like, how could you possibly think that that was gonna happen? Their family member is not coming back, dude. This ain't nothing you sit down at the table and talk about when they sitting up there watching you and hearing the witness say that you put her in a headlock, watching you stand over her body, watching you defend the woman that just took her out. How did you think that was going to work out? Like, come on, man. Make it make sense. He must think they family is super soft or something. Like, come on. He was like, I ain't get touched, but somebody did get hit in their mouth, but it wasn't me. Well, sound like he got touched this time.
Will have an official narrative of what happened, and they will also be able to tell me if indeed all 3 individuals that we see in that video, if they were charged as a result of the fight outside of the courtroom or courthouse. And technically, the way that they brought them back in was interesting to me. Normally, if you fight inside of a courthouse, you are then, arrested and charged and all of that. They were fighting outside. So it's going to be really interesting to see how, if they're charged, why they're charged, what the situation is. So that's whose narrative I'm going to use in this case, because here's the problem. So many different people in this whole totality of a bigger picture of things are very upset. They're exactly right, Victoria. They're Facebook lawyers and they're Facebook prosecutors. And different people are trying to get their narrative out, which may not be the truth. And in some cases is not the truth at all. And so I'm going to rely in this case. And listen, it's a hard line to tote when you're a journalist, because you've also seen in the past, not saying this is related to Cook County Sheriff's Department, but you've also seen in the past where law enforcement, especially if it involves, a police involved shooting, they're not always telling the truth. So it's a hard line to tote when trying to, go through the weeds and figure out what the truth is. So in this case, I am going to see what the Cook County Sheriff's Department gives back, and that is the guidance in which I will follow, because there are so many different layers of this onion and people trying to get their side out. And it's true, it's hard to trust the system, and oftentimes we don't trust the system, and we have good reason a lot of times not to trust the system. But as of right now, that will be the guidance I follow, unless I was to get somebody who was a man on the street who don't know nobody involved who could tell me what happened, because you've seen where this side wants this narrative out, that side wants that narrative out. The bottom line is, to get into the weeds of violence and fighting and all of that stuff, the justice system will take care of it some way, somehow. So that's what I will say. That's all that I can say about that. That's not my position to say. I don't know. I've had a loved one murdered. That person did go to prison for the rest of their natural life. I was young when it happened to me. I could understand, and I was emotional then. I was much younger. I can understand the emotion, and I get it. I'm not saying don't be emotional. You have every right to be emotional. There are so many lives that have been uprooted from this. But in order for justice to truly be served, and for you to have a front seat to whatever justice looks like for you, Quadajah's family, Romeca's family, you have to give it time to play out. And now the next hearing could be, the judge could easily say, you know what? We will only have immediate family here. This person, this person, this person, this media, this media. Yeah. So it's hard. And yes, you're absolutely right, Quadajah Price, that it is easier for people to say when they're not the family. It's so easy, right? It's so easy to say what you woulda, coulda, should have done. And I agree with you. You're absolutely right. But I'm just saying, moving forward, hopefully there will be more security present, and that won't have to be the case, that moving forward, only a handful of people are allowed in a courtroom, because it has happened. That's all that I'm saying. But you're right. Everybody has a reason to feel how they feel. Lives have been uprooted. Children don't have parents. Yeah. And it's a sucky situation all the way around. It's horrible all the way around. It absolutely is. So, Romeca, I hope I got your name right. You said one of the things that I agree the most with on this live. Easy to say when it's not your family member, and you're 100% right. It really is. Everybody could say what they think when it's not their family. So yeah, I will have a report on this on the news at 4 and 5. Again, waiting on the Cook County Sheriff's Department to at least give us the narrative that they come up with after talking to all three individuals, if indeed they're going to be charged. If they're not going to be charged, we may never know what really played out, because then they won't have a reason to fully question them and get this person's side, that person's side. And I was trying to see in the video if, hold on, let me go back to this. I was trying to see if in that video they were wearing body cameras. Anybody?
Yeah, I'm sure it was a lot of cops out there. It was a lot of them out there.
There's a lot of body cameras going around. So based off the body camera video, and since they were already outside, they should be able to give us a narrative of what unfolded, because they had on body cameras and they were already outside before the fight jumped off.
Yep.
Yeah, there's, I'm trying to see, is everybody around? Hold on.
Hopefully they don't get charged.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody lives.
I see most people I can identify. This video is moving so fast, but I would say
yeah, it was a lot of people there. You seen a lot of pink. I'm sitting up here screenshotting some of the pictures that I got so I could at least put the pictures in there. And I don't see three guys. I see one guy that he does have on a pink hoodie. He has on pink shoes. And I remember Kopi saying that her two brothers was outside. So one of these is probably her family member. The other guy I don't see at all right now. But I'm sure he there. So yeah. Very, very interesting. I'm gonna put these in though so y'all can see them. Welcome in, y'all. Please smack that thumbs up as y'all come into the building around. Never relax. What happened? Yeah, so we talking about Romeca Meek. She had she was unalive after dropping off her son on September 8th at school. She was unalive by Carlos, this guy, his new baby mama. But a lot of people feel like he put a battery in her back and caused this to happen. You know, and that's another thing. Like one of the things I was looking at, because he's gotten in trouble for having a gun, so he's not even supposed to be around. He's been arrested multiple times, so I guess he's considered a felon, right? So he can't even be around firearms. So that would explain why old girl, she possibly parked her car around the corner and left the gun in her car and then got in his car. I'm assuming her weapon probably was in her car overnight. Like, because remember they said that he dropped her off to her car. Oh, they was leaving his house and he took her to her car, which still don't make sense to me. I'm still trying to have somebody make that make sense. But why I got this stop, let me pull this up because I did find the note that her son signed on the back. Well, I just put that in here. I do, yeah, here that is. Oh, let me move this video. It's just unfortunate, man. Romeca should still be here. But because old girl was setting this up, getting ready for the kill, going back and forth to court and all that. But yeah, that's what her son wrote on the back of the note. And another thing, I ran across some pictures. Like, I had heard that Carlos has broken into her house before and that Carlos was stalking her and all of this stuff. Well, there's some proof for you that look like she in the window taking pictures. Is this middle finger up? Kind of look like it though. Why you stalking and ain't answer a call for your why you stalking and I ain't answered a call for your ass, or ish for you? Wasn't you just with a B? What the F? Go home, Roger. Leave me alone. I'm going to let the world see how you really is. Okay, so there's Carlos, Mr. Loverboy, outside of Romeca. It appears that he's outside of her home. She don't want to be bothered. She's up high in a window, looking down low at him. Then here is when he actually allegedly went into her home and trashed it. The back sliding door or something got ruined. She said, but wait, there's more. Man, a MF don't have a kid with me. But wait, there's more, man. Like a MF, I guess, don't have a kid with me. You destroying stuff. That's the home your child lives in. Make that make sense. How much has this kid seen? It's 2024. Who the F still doing this with an Inga? Los, why you posting like you happy? Your ass really obsessed. And a F Inga who destroy everything if you can't have me. So they going back and forth. You think Holly was pleased with them going back and forth, arguing, seeing him crash out too? Holly knew it wasn't just her. That's why her I Would Never video was saying all of that stuff. Like, girl, she basically was trying to call off Romeca. Like, girl, I would never do this with a man that got a baby on the way. You know I'm pregnant. Why you still messing with him? Once I got pregnant, you were supposed to just go away. I won. You were supposed to go away then, but she didn't, right? Allegedly. Let's just get rid of her, period. I'ma just start killing bees. That's what she said. I had that screenshot too. But yeah, just sick. Okay, I'm gonna let Tia finish.
Most of these members of the Cook County Sheriff's Police have on body cam. So they would be able to hopefully give us a narrative of what happened. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Any new details, you can catch it here on my page a little later. Again, I agree with Romeca. This is, it's easy to say when it's not your family. And I think part of the problem is a lot of this is being fueled by secret Facebook groups that are hidden to the public. But
one thing I want to say too, when she was saying that, what is being fueled by, right? It's being fueled by that. So therefore, it could be some people on Facebook that could find themselves in some trouble. If you putting out too much crazy stuff online, they will come knocking at your door. You can't be calling for the death of people, and you know what I'm saying? You got to be careful what you allow to come out of your mouth, because you can be blamed for what actually did jump off. So I would be careful for that. Let the criminals who need to be in prison be in there alone. And it's these two. I don't give a damn. It's these two. Both of them. Both of them need to be in prison. Dude's actions right after it, his reaction to everything right after it happened tells everybody everything they need to know. And then when he was at DCF, I heard him say that Romeca jumped out the car in bully mode. He's not on Romeca's side, but yet you thought that her family was going to come and sit down with you talking about what we going to do? No, what we going to do? Get out of here. That's insane to even think that. What type of person is he to even think that was going to happen?
This is, it's easy to say when it's not your family. And I think part of the problem is a lot of this is being fueled by secret Facebook groups that are hidden to the public, but only have allowed
please smack the thumbs
members
up.
in. They're fueling anger, hate, and some of it is a little misplaced. Like, you're mad in some cases at the wrong people. Like, some of what I've seen about certain people in this is like, they didn't have anything to do with the charges. It's nothing they can do to bring charges. It's nothing I can do to bring charges. I'm not a Cook County prosecutor. I can't bring charges. And in fact, most people don't understand how it works. Police are the ones that present the charges to a Cook County prosecutor. In this case, and then they, depending on the kinds of cases, they can present it to a grand jury for indictment. There's so many different factors. And so a lot of the anger that I've seen online about, Quadajah being in jail and all of this is misplaced. I mean, Tina has nothing to do. And Tina McMiller being Romeca's family has nothing to do with those charges. It's nothing she can do. She was not there. She was not a witness. She did not speak about being there because she couldn't, because she wasn't there. She has nothing to do with those charges. In my case, I wasn't there. I can't do anything about charges. I was not witness 1, witness 2, witness 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's a whole lot of anger, and I'm going to get that B kind of behavior online. And you guys are misplacing that anger at the wrong people. So I hope you figure that out. I know it's tough. It's tough losing somebody. It's tough losing somebody under these circumstances on both sides. I have been, in some ways, a crime victim, so I understand it. Again, I was younger, so maybe not fully understood. But again, it's easier to say when it's not your family. So I think one thing we have to do is just take a step back. I'm just here to report the facts on what we've learned today. And as soon as I learn more, I keep checking my email to see if there's been any updates that I can give you before I get off of here. And so far, no new updates, but I will have them on Fox 32 News at 4 and 5. And to my knowledge, we were the only news station there for this today, for this particular case. So we will probably at some point get all of the details of what unfolded. I appreciate you tuning in. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. And if I don't see you between now and then, have a blessed holiday. Take care of yourself. Merry Christmas.
I know I'm thankful for her for covering the story and being on the scene and all of that. She's really good at what she do. And like she said, it's displaced anger. The only ones that people should really be rallying behind to get locked up is Carlos. But at the same time, I do agree, Let it happen in court. Don't get locked up with him. But I also understand the family and the high emotions and all of that. This man been online talking all kind of mess, saying stuff like, I ain't get touched, somebody else did. You know what I'm saying? That's like kind of taunting some brothers. Don't you think that would make some brothers feel like they might need to do something because of what this man did? I'm surprised that her brothers, if she got more than one brother, because I only seen one brother in the picture with the mom and Romeca and her sister. So I don't know how many brothers she got, but I know she got at least one. I'm surprised I ain't hear nothing about her brothers when this happened, And but at the same time, they know they sister too, like she is who she was. She wasn't somebody she wasn't just laying down letting this dude do stuff. I mean, but at the same time, I can tell by her actions and everything, she really loved this man. And I believe like it was like she done took so much from him, but then once he got that baby and all that, got somebody pregnant, that really did it for her. But then she was still dealing with him a little bit then. I don't know. It could have been, at one point it becomes the women. They start, going back and forth, which we know that a lot of that was going on. So here's but I blame him because I feel like he could have diffused a lot of this stuff and he didn't. And if he did say out of his mouth she going to get her weapon, that was like a cue to tell her to go grab it. If all of that stuff happened, I do believe that it may be some lying going on too. It might be a little bit bending the truth because we know the friend he called out. What's the guy name? The one that they into it now that then said that he on the DL and got a video of him with a man. I don't know how true that is, but if that's the case, all of the stuff he said, like I wasn't listening to the dude in the first place, but all of the stuff he said about Romeca in the beginning, if he knew that, you knew that he was with men for real, then he should have understood any frustration that Romeca ever had with him. So I can't believe nothing that dude say or trust his word. But we do know that narrative was put out there, and he sat up there and said that she was on the scene in the hood hollering about he got a boyfriend and all of this. But he didn't say that in the beginning, but now he's saying it, and I don't know. But so anyway, this is the one. Wait, that's Carlos. And he was walking away still talking mess. This is the one that I could get at the other guy in the hoodie. He got on pink shoes. I believe that's one of Romeca family members. I don't know if it's her brother or not. And then we got him here. It looks like one of the pictures I had, it looked like it was a cop like stuck right in the middle. But those are quick screenshots I was able to get. Let's see. It was something else. But welcome in, y'all. Please drop down and let me know who's in the building. But Carlos.
You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy.
Yeah, I got time, cuz. Yeah, I got time, cuz. Yeah, I got time. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You going to jail. You going to jail. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up.
Yeah, but anyway, I was saying I forgot I was on mute. But the one that I feel the worst for is Romeca. She's the only one that can't do over that day. She's the only one that can't come back. She can't be visited or anything like that. She cannot be a part of this earth at all anymore. And her baby gonna have to be traumatized by this. Anytime he get dropped off at school, he's gonna be afraid, that whoever dropped him off might not come back or something happened to him. I pray that he get everything that he need, but I don't believe that his father could provide that for him at all, because listening at him talking to them women crazy when he was at DCFS was insane to me. And the only thing that can break one court order is another judge putting in another court order. I don't believe he was granting no type of visitation at all, because it don't happen that fast. He would have to get a lawyer and figure it out if they granted custody to his grandmother. Like, I don't know, all I do know is that there is a video out of him talking crazy. I'm going to pull that up. And then this is where she was arrested. This is a rehabilitation, probably apartments. Because on the front of that building, it says rehabilitation. I wondered if her grandmother lived there. I'm not sure, but this is where Holly was arrested at. And so I just wanted to show all of this stuff, because I'm about to take this stuff out and put some more stuff in here. And right here is what I was talking about when I mentioned that in December, Holly had she went to court and all of this stuff. Let me see if I could find the screenshot that I had. But she went to court and something was granted. It was granted to her. The order of protection was granted in July. So let's see. Is this the one? I can never find what I'm trying to look for when I'm live. But I do have this, and I have this in here. So let me go to this. This is a petition that they have online. I don't know if y'all signed it or not, but if you didn't, I could drop the link or put the link in the description box when I'm done. So at the time that I screenshot it, you see how many signatures it has. And then her cousin had wrote, my beloved cousin, talking about the issue. And I'm thinking that they just calling for justice probably on here. It says, my beloved cousin, Romeca Blackman, was tragically taken from us on Monday, September 8th, 2025, shortly after she had lovingly dropped off her son at school, a victim of domestic violence and mental abuse. Man. So I know a lot of people were saying that old boy is a narcissist too. And also, I mean, I can tell that, he is God's gift. That's what he believes. He is God's gift. He is the prize. He's a very vain guy, in my opinion. And I believe a lot of other stuff go on at that gym. But justice for Romeca. Today was the start, but I heard Cole P say that old girl Holly, she came out grinning and smiling and all this kind of stuff. So, I mean, I don't know what she was smiling about, but that's wild. Welcome in, Mark Cole. How you doing? Hey, y'all. Welcome in, Vappy. She wish she never at this point. Okay. Yeah, her never video. I bet she never imagined that her dumb butt would be locked up before her baby turned 1 year old. He'd be 1 in February, and guess where she at? She ain't gonna be able to. I mean, you carried this baby for 9 months. You planned all this out. You went to court. You did all that just to end up behind bars, and somebody else got to raise your children. That's sad. It is. Okay, so Romeca's life was brutally cut short at 9:30 a.m. directly in front of the school. So it wasn't directly in front of the school. We do know now it was down the street. So the school is like at one corner of the street, and it happened at the other corner of the street. But it was the same dang on street. I don't know why they was parked there. I'm still trying to make that make sense in my head. why. I just feel like it's like dangling steak in front of a dog, like a hungry dog or something. If you know that Romeca gonna be riding down that street, you shouldn't even been parked on the street. I just feel like it was planned. Like, okay, I don't know though. I really don't know. I don't believe in coincidence though. So it says the senseless act not only claimed the life of a devoted mother and family member, but also endangered the safety of countless children and citizens in our community. It absolutely did. Bullets ricochet. The baby could have got hit. Anything. I heard the weapon jammed because they said she still would have been shooting if it wouldn't have jammed. Now that's what I heard one of the witnesses say. And then it says her untimely death serves as a glaring reminder of the domestic violence crisis that too often remains hidden behind closed doors. The time has come for our community and our leaders to take a stand against the violence that threaten the fabric of our society. We must take proactive measures to prevent such tragedies from reoccurring. Now that's just some of it. Let me see. I think I got the whole thing. See what else they saying. But yeah, that dude, he was all in court acting like somebody owed him something. You got all this drama going on, and you coming in the DCFS fussing at these people like they can do something about it. Something that was court ordered. Don't tell me I don't have the link anymore. Great. I don't even know where the link at. Okay, let me go. I'm gonna go to the video where he was sitting in DCFS. Wait, what am I at right here? I got a couple things I wanted to look at right quick. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find what I'm looking for right quick. Please take this time to smack the thumbs up, y'all. What the heck? Where is it at? I'm trying to find where he went to court. Oh, shoot. I'm all out the way. Oh, here it is. So shout out to Cold Piece. BFF, if you still in here, can you drop Cold Piece link for me? I want to pull up this part where he was in this. Hold on.
Basically, I ain't getting your face in this. Now what's going on?
Hold on. Let's see what this food talking about. Hold on, y'all. I'm slowing it down a little bit. A lot of bit. Hold on. I don't want to miss too much. He said all the stuff people saying they lying. Wait, hold on.
Violent tour, then going and cutting up like this. Oh, I ain't getting your face in this. Now what's going on?
What is he talking about? Hold on. Let me let it go normal first so it'll make sense. Hold on.
I'm respectful. All this stuff they saying about me is not what it is. She came out straight on bully mode. It's good to see you. Like I said last night, that's bogus. I ain't all the.
See where he said Romeca came out there on bully mode. See that? He ain't on Romeca's side at all. Even though when she was laying there, he wasn't on her side.
Don't make him look no better at all. Let's jump into this video. Attitude, something like that. I ain't getting no face in this. Now, what's going on? I'm respectful. All this stuff they saying about me is not what it is. She came out straight on bully mode. Good to see you. Like I said last night, that's bogus. I don't care what they saying. I know what I was doing. Okay. I'm not concerned about what they saying. Take it right. So we're gonna follow up with you over next customer, and I will give you. I mean, it's just a simple call. When somebody called a therapist, it's been months. What is your phone number? This lady didn't pick up nothing. I called her 50,000 times, straight to the voicemail. I'm going down here. We gonna change this to 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Okay. Make me a little run. Okay. 2 o'clock. I got a problem. Y'all need that. This ain't right how everybody treat me, man. She got things like this. Thank you. All right, so I ain't getting no face in this. Now, what's going on? I'm respectful. Now, what I will say about.
So he sounded like he was real frustrated, but these are the same people that will be fighting for you or not. And when I tell you, your caseworker can really determine if you can ever see your child again. If your caseworker don't like you or got a problem with you, they will tell the judge just that, and they'll follow everything that they say, because that's who they depend on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, please double tap the screen to hit the thumbs up. We want to get at least 300 thumbs up. And also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel so you'll catch every video. Thank you, BFF, for dropping Cold Piece link. So, y'all go check her out if you haven't checked out her content. She's been following this case from the beginning, and she went to court today. So, we talk about how racist and boss the system is, but continually employed and self-destruct. Yeah, the system be system, and I ain't gonna say nothing that like it ain't a systematic things going on, and we sitting up watching the White House right now, so we can kind of gauge how that happens. But at the same time, the same system that we depend on is the same racist system. But what do? You just pray that the person that got your case is God is in them guiding them. You know, but the system is set up to screw us, really, in a lot of cases, especially depending on who's in charge at the time. We looking at it, though. Oh, I cover politics, too, speaking of that. So what do y'all think about what Carlos said? I felt like, he was a little huffy puffy up in there, like somebody owed him something. And like he didn't do this to his damn self. Like, where was DCFS or, what's her name? Holly. Where was she at? When he was busting her windows, busting Romeca windows and giving her a black eye and jumping on her. Like I said, I don't respect no man that put his hands on a woman, because all you got to do is walk away and leave her ass in her misery. If she's that tight, leave her where she at. But you don't stay there and jump on a woman. Like, that's just weak as hell. It is. And just the pictures that she posted, the ones I just showed of him standing outside her window, this dude leading her down a dead end. That's exactly what he was doing. Let me pull this up, because what I was showing is him holding her hand while she pregnant, leading her to no damn where, complicating things itself, working as a personal trainer. People that do those kind of jobs, they ain't nothing but womanizers. I wish she would have stuck to this. All of that stuff is like, y'all got this great relationship, you think, and then just bam, here he come with some monkey wrenches. Oh, here you go, another woman. Oh, I'm fighting another woman for him. No, I wonder, how many women have she fought? We do know that she's fought women for him. She said it. Her mother said it, that she said, Mom, I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired. I can't do it no more. I'm just tired. You know what I'm saying? She had to get there. And once she was there and he knew that she was there and it wasn't no coming back, it wasn't no changing her mind no more, then that's when he was like, that's probably when he was just like, you know what, whatever. Because listen, the more you take with a guy like this, the more they gonna give you. The more you take, the more they gonna give you. Oh, she took that. Oh, we gonna do this then. What else she gonna let me do? Like, these dudes don't care about you. They only care about themselves, how many women they can take advantage of. Just even when he did his live and his friend was trying to holler at the woman that was on the live stream, he was helping facilitate that too. He was helping with that. That don't stop. That's what he do every day of his life. How many women can I get? How much money do she make? How many credit cards can I fraud? I mean, it just sounds like he got a lot going on. He really do. And Romeca paid the ultimate price. And he was not thinking about his son when he did this stuff. He only thought about his son later. Like now that, everything then cleared. Now he wondering about his son. Now that Holly locked up, oh, now I got time to think about my son. Was he at DCF before Holly got locked up, or was he too busy making another baby with Holly? I'm just saying. He wasn't fighting until Holly got locked up. The generosity of women never ceased to amaze me. Okay. Shout out to Mark Cole. Thank you for dropping down in the chat too. Within the next 10 years, we will no longer be the minority in this country, but we too busy. Exactly. That is sick. That's the crazy thing. And that's what I believe the pandemic was about. All of the stuff we going through right now, this fake food and all of the, man, I could say so much about depopulation. That's not the only way we've been depopulated. It's a group of people depopulating black folks every day by putting them on trees. And then this is systematic when they say that they did it to themselves. That's a system. That's happening a lot, y'all, more than you believe. And then racism is on a rise with what we seeing in the White House. It's just sick. It's sick. And we got that. Unaliving each other at a high rate. We definitely see that in the news more than anything, and it's sad. It's sad. But let me see what else y'all saying. Welcome in, everyone. Please thumbs up. Yes, thank you, Miss Patty. Y'all, please smack the thumbs up and subscribe. BFF said, please like and subscribe to Miss V. Yes. And also, I have a lot of content. I've been reporting news since 2020, the pandemic, around that time. No, not 2020, 2018. 2008. No, it was 2020. July 15th of 2020 is when I started. And I was, I got a lot of stuff on my channel, a lot of playlists. I have a playlist for Romeca as well. Let me see what else. I know that it probably is something that I'm forgetting that I was supposed to do, but let me check something else and see. Oh, wait, what was that? Hold on. Look like some. Oh, okay, that's something else. Let me see what this person might have here. Y'all already know people are charged up right now with what happened today. Look, Travel Island posted, now y'all in matching outfits. Say they got she got a picture of both of them behind bars. Carlos got a notebook in his hand. No bond, justice for Romeca. I love my people. Y'all said y'all got bail money for Romeca family. Love it. Okay, that's what's up. So they got bail money if her brother get locked up. Then Travel Island said Carlos still got more fighting to do. This just the beginning. God not playing with you. Listen, let me see what the people saying. I bet he's scared to death. That came as a surprise. He wasn't looking for that, and he know it's only the beginning. Woo child, I hate to be him. Oh yeah, it's about to go down. Okay, like it's up. It goes up from here. Now, I don't promote violence. I don't want to see nobody unalive, no more people unalive, but it's nothing good gonna come after a fight because everybody got something to prove. And old boy Carlos, he should just stay online. Just stay off the computer. Because that people be caring what other people saying about them, and that's what fuels them and make them go out and do more dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? This dude walking around here all online trying to control the narrative. You went to DCFF and told them that she was a big bully. We just heard him say that. I'm sure that made her family even more emotional. Like, we thought you loved her. We thought you loved us. We took you in. We loved you. And this is how you repay us? Yeah, they mad as hell. Yeah, they want blood, I'm sure. Like, what a betrayal. But then somebody said FAFO, F around and find out was a person, and so do you, homie. Wait. So the beating was after or before court? That would be after court, just the beginning. Who laughing now? And that's how you handle business. Inside, not they stood on business out there. Hold on, where is my people at? Hold the heck on. They definitely stood on business. They was not playing.
I stand on business. You drop me somewhere, I stand on business. You drop me in your hood, I stand on business. I've been stand on business. I stand on business. You drop me. Nanny boo boo. You big dummy. You big dummy. Yeah, I got time, cuz. Yeah, I got time, cuz. Yeah, I got time.
Dang, that's so annoying. Every time I play something, it mutes me. My bad. But somebody said, keep Carlos in there. Somebody said, God is not nowhere in chaos. It needs to be some prayers going on. And I just said, it really does, because it could not end well and somebody else be hurt. Right? So somebody else said facts, but they saying Holly had a smirk on her face when she came out, and they need to keep Carlos in there. This might not end good or well. And so I was saying that they basically gonna hold him based off of what happened today, unless they can find something else, some other reason to hold him. But I definitely don't want to see no more lives lost. I definitely don't. But what happened today. We still don't know. We heard Tia Ewing say 3 people was arrested. I only see Carlos and this guy. When I get off, I'm gonna look at it again. I'm sure, because I'm trying to do all this too. But these are the 2 that I could see. And maybe it was another one I just didn't recognize. It was somebody different. but these are the ones I have in here right now. Okay, and then let's see. Romeca knew. Oh, wait, did I read this? Fact? Okay, facts. But Holly came out, had a smirk on her face, and when she came out, and they need to keep Carlos in because it might not end well. Romeca knew not to let Amir get close to him to delete them videos. Amir is safe. Thank you, Romeca. I'm not sure what she talking about with that. I know that's right. Justice for beautiful Romeca. He better hope Meeks ain't got no family up in there. Okay. And nobody knows if he if they locked him up or if they let him go or for in a couple hours. I don't know. There should be a GoFundMe for the brothers. People are ready to help with whomever are arrested on Romeca's side. Okay. So they said brothers. I don't know. Hopefully they just detained and CPD gonna let them out when the crowd clears. And that very well might be true, or they just gonna gauge and see. Somebody said they stomped that ass. He looked fried, dried, and laid to the side. His ass got exactly what he needed. That is what somebody said. Okay. So a lot of people is celebrating what happened. And I know I know that Cold Piece said that he came in there, his dreads was looking a hot mess. He had a hat on. Of course, you cannot wear a hat in the courthouse. So that's how he was looking. And then he was even looking back, talking mess to the sister or whatever. Merry Christmas to you. Miss Patty said, I have been here. Have you really? Man, listen, yeah, I think we all done been in a little fight, little scuffle at some point, or in a bad relationship that wasn't good for you. I just feel like if you in a relationship and it changed your personality to who you are, and it changed your heart, and all of a sudden you jealous and combative and all of this, leave that loser, leave his ass right there. You know what I'm saying? Because I had already said I feel like he the type of guy that want females to fight over him. He wants you to prove your love, and he's still gonna cheat on you. So what is the point of keeping a guy like this around? Dang, somebody said she was wrong, Holly. They need to give you the chair. Do anybody feel like she should get death? I don't think they have the death penalty in Chicago. Let me know. She was wrong. Oh, okay, I just read that. Yeah, so people are feeling all kind of ways. Somebody said, I could never be that jealous of a person to the point I take their life. Okay. Come on now. Ain't no way. What do you think this dude gonna be doing? He's gonna be laid up with somebody else. Okay, so look, Travel Island said Carlos did all that taunting them at the court, disrespecting the woman in the women in Romeca family, so her boys got on him. He should have never did that. The judge asked Carlos if he wanted to move in front of the courtroom, and he said no. He was in there really starting-ish because the video DCFS went viral. He trying to show Romeca family violence, but he provoking them. What? So Carlos so I know that Cold Piece did say that the mother stood up. Her name is Tina McMiller. She stood up and told everybody, calm down, don't do that in here or whatever. And then even Cold Piece yelled and said whatever, backed up what the mother said. And so, yeah, it sounds like they was, man, listen, this family came ready. If something happened outside the courtroom, they don't care. They don't care. You hear me? They don't care. It's there. Like the best thing, Carlos probably should have never went live on social media, period. Because we see where his loyalty lies. If not, not real loyalty, but he more loyal to Holly. And even in DCFS, what is this? Weeks later? How many? 15 some weeks later after Romeca is gone, he sat in there and said she jumped out the car in bully mode. He said that. We just heard him say it. I played it not too long ago. Y'all keep asking, did Holly get released? And people keep telling you, oh, no. She's not getting out. Hell no, she ain't getting out. Her time out was the time that she had out before they arrested her, before they investigated everything. She not about to get out. And her trial might not even happen till next year. Like, this is a long road. Welcome in, Melinda. How you doing? How you doing, Arthur? Man, y'all got some names, baby. Arthur A. Green. Arthur A. Green. Welcome in. They can use this in court. He's starting fights with the family. Now, I can't wait until the details come out about what happened in court. How did it happen? I hope we can get some body cam footage. I hope, because if it started inside the courtroom, they got cameras in there. They got cameras all around the courthouse. So hopefully they can piece everything together and we figure out what happened, who started what, who said what. For him, I hope they keep him locked up for justice for Meeks. And then somebody else said he would want to stay locked up for his safety. This is just the beginning. They can use us in court. He's starting with, okay, so that's so sad. You would think that he would have some remorse. He's very sick. He don't. The DCFS, the video that just got released the other day, he in there blaming Romeca. I mean, this guy tore up her TV and everything. I got that too. I don't think I got it in here, but let me pull up the one that I do have of him tearing up her stuff. And like she said, she thought, only girls do stuff like that. Wait, did I tell you? I probably took it out, but let me put something back in here because I got a couple more. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think? I think Carlos might be out already. I mean, they shouldn't keep them folks for that. Not too long, but maybe they will do it overnight just to calm everybody down because they know this is not gonna end well, y'all. And then that other guy that was talking so crazy about Romeca, I hope he don't go to court and think it's gonna be sweet. But then again, maybe they won't do this no more. They just had to do it, one time. Like, man. They probably felt like, nah, we got to stand up for little sis. Because Romeca was the baby of the bunch. And I do think I only seen one brother because I ran across a picture of Romeca when she was really young. She was a baby, like, and her. Oh no! As a matter of fact, it wasn't a boy in the picture. It was her two sisters and Romeca. So I don't know where the brother was at and all that. So when they was walking him away, I'm gonna put this one. Wait, let's see if it's another person. Where is that? Oh, here it is with the. And then I also ran across her funeral stuff. Let me see that too. Let me take this out. It's just, I can only put so many in here before I gotta delete stuff. So I'm taking out the pictures of him being arrested. We gotta get the rest of that story. But pink everywhere. So this is the type of guy that will black your eye and kiss you 5 minutes later. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't mean it. I love you. Boy, bye. So this is the picture of her TV that he came through and tore up. Like, bro, I thought only bees do ish like this. That's what I was saying too about some stuff. Like, this what girls do. When I was saying something about him being vain or so. Oh, wearing purses. Like, man, come on. You can't I'm sorry. It ain't no man bags. There's only purses. So listen, like I said before, it's hard enough trying to figure out who's who. I ain't dealing with no Inga with no purse on. I'm sorry. Sorry, sir. So this was her sister right here. As they was walking him up the steps, she was saying that you ruined that girl's life and you killed my sister. Like, she blaming him for everything. Yeah, that's what she said. That's how she feel. And it might even be what it is. Like, I mean, but Holly at the same time, she's stupid. I mean, she dumb. He got a female, put a battery in her back and got her, because all of the stuff that Holly was talking about on her I Would Never video, all the stuff that Holly told to the judge. As a matter of fact, that's where I wanted to go, because I seen, and shout out to Keys, I seen that Keys had posted a video talking about when Holly went to court. Let me go to that. Get off my screen. Holly went to court when she got this order of protection or whatnot. Let's see. No, I don't think that was it. Dang, where's the one I was looking at? Let's see. Maybe it's this one. No, it's not. Give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to find that video. I don't think it's this one. Is it? Oh, he talking about what happened today there. But there's a video where they were talking, he was talking about I think it might be this one, the order of protection. Hold on, I think it's this one. Or is it? Hold on, y'all, my bad. Because in this thing, it was transcripts, right? One of the things that blew me away is that the judge was asking her, how does she know Romeca's address? Because she gave several different addresses, right? So they asking her, how did she know where Romeca lived or whatever? And she said that she had a piece of her mail. And she said they share the same baby daddy. So that's how she was able to get the piece of mail, I guess. The purpose of her saying that. And I'm just thinking, you bold to even mention her mail. So one of the things that I thought when I seen that, I was like, I wonder if one of them times he broke in her house that he stole some mail. Or it could have been one of the times when he manipulated her and was laying in the bed again. This dude go back and forth. He don't care who he hurts or nothing. And don't know who he want either. If it's true about, the down low and all of that. I don't know if that stuff is true or not. Okay, here. I think this is it right here. Yeah. Okay, so Quadajah, she went to court. This says Quadajah Johnson versus Romeca Blackman, and this was before Romeca was unalived. And so it says report of video conference proceeding. So it was on Zoom of the above entitled cause before the Honorable Michael Weaver, Judge of court, said on the 18th day of February. So this was February 18th of 2025. Dang, her baby was born in February. So this was right after her child was born? Because I know her baby was born in February, but I just don't know what day her baby was born. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so it says present was Quadajah, appeared on her own behalf. Hold on, y'all. We gonna get this. Because okay, so they said, Miss Johnson, get off mute, please. Can you hear us okay? She said yes. You filed, the court says, you filed a petition on January 16th against the respondent. Do you wish to move forward with your case? Yes. I guess I'm still trying to get her served. So I wonder what was she going to say? Because first she said, yes, I guess I'm still trying to get her served. Was she going to say, I'm still in fear for my life? I'm still scared. So yeah, I want to go on. Okay. So the court said you filed a petition on January 16th against the respondent. Do you wish to move on? Yes, I guess I'm still trying to get her served. I already sent the address. I don't know what's taking so long for her to get served. Okay. So she's very antsy. And this is something that they can go back and look at and re-listen to see if there's any little shady things that they can pick up on when she was on this Zoom call. Because you see, she's very antsy about trying to get her served. So that lets us know they done been trying to serve her. I had it written down, but for whatever reason, I cannot find my note that I had written down. But hold on. She don't know what's taking so long. See, because I wonder, had she been to Chicago? Because, like, look, this is my thing. Like, you don't live in Chicago, so if you scared of somebody, you didn't have to go to where she at. You see what I'm saying? So the court said, what address do you have for her? Then they give an address in Chicago. The court, is that the address that you have, Sonia? And I don't know who Sonia is. The court coordinator said, we still have, and they give an address. The court says, okay, what was the street? Wait, hold on. I can't see. Let me move this. It says, what was the street you saw? Hold on. Hold on, y'all. The petitioner, yes, okay. It is, and give an address, apartment 3, Chicago, Illinois, give a zip code. The court. I think at least the court had, and you might have told the sheriff something, which could be the better person to tell. Golly. Hold on. It's hard to follow this, y'all. I'm going to continue your petition so the sheriff can make another service to the address. Then, when we come back, we'll see where we are in the terms of service. Ma'am, why do you think the respondent is at this address on and gave the address? Holly said she lives there. I got a piece of mail with her name on it. How did you get the mail, ma'am? She got a piece of mail and she said that in court that you got somebody else's mail. That is wild. That really is. Hold on. She said maybe it's not updated. Wait, hold on. Maybe it's not updated in your system. Wait, which could be a better person to tell? Okay, we still had address. Okay, so the petitioner, maybe it's not updated in your system. Hold on. Okay, maybe it's not updated in your system, but I called the sheriff's department last week with the update. So, oh my God, that's going to be good information. How much was she harassing the courts about this? How many times did she call? Okay, so maybe it's not updated in your system, but I called the sheriff's department last week with the update, and they said they made 3 attempts already. They said they rung the doorbell, but maybe the doorbell doesn't work. I am trying to see, like, if they can catch her coming out of the building or something. Now, I wonder was she thinking the same thing when her and Carlos was allegedly coming out of his apartment building or wherever he lived at. Maybe we can catch her while we coming out. And then maybe we can make it look like such and such. You know what I'm saying? Since she gave this nice little thing telling them maybe they can catch her going out, maybe that was some of her thoughts. Catch her coming out. Yeah, we can catch her dropping her son off. We can catch her coming back. And we'll just so happen to be standing out there with the baby and all that when she do. What time she drop him off? Oh, you know she be late sometimes, so we gon' yeah. Anyway, I'm just saying. So the court said, here's what I'm going to do. Because we don't have updated information quite yet, I am going to continue your petition so the sheriff can make another service to the address. Then, when we come back here, we'll see where we are in terms of service. Ma'am, do you think the respondent is at the address on such and such? Holly said she lives there. Hold on, that's wait. And that's when she says she lives there. I got a piece of mail with her name on it or something. That's crazy. Hold on. I'm still moving it. You got to be out of your mind. Yep. She said, I got a piece of mail with her name on it. That's how she know. And who's helping her with all this? Carlos. She even mentioned Carlos' name in this paperwork. So he's all over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is Carlos giving her her address? Why? Why is Carlos providing her a piece of mail? And then everybody wonder what happened today. All the stuff her family is forced to see. Like, what? So you've been playing both sides and the middle. You giving addresses and names, and he had the nerve to get mad at Travel Island talking about B, you doing too much. You putting up addresses and this, that, and the third. Why at the same time he giving out addresses too? Okay, I don't even know how I got back here. Hold on. Good Lord. Okay, piece of mail with her name on it. Let's go further. How did you get a piece of mail? That was the question. How, ma'am, did you get the mail? With all this, let's pull this back up since we talking about old Holly. Old crime of the scene woman. Look at him standing over. He kept stepping over her body. That really bothers me. Blood footprints everywhere. Now, I know these ain't the matching outfit she had in mind, but that's what it's looking like. Just sad. Romeca was just dropping her baby off. This the one I said Holly looked like she got blood on her hands. So anyway, the court, how did you get that piece of mail? We share the same child's father. And she just told us how she got the piece of mail. She got it from Carlos. She didn't say that, but she told the judge, we share the same child father. That was her answer to that. How did you get the piece of mail? We shared the same child's father. So Carlos, was it when he was out over here, right here? Oh, did I delete it when he outside of her door harassing her? Is this when he stole her mail? He might be near the mailbox in that picture. I don't know. So they share the same father, okay? And he did not ask her nothing about this, okay? This was her way of avoiding the question. We share the same child father, and she just threatened my family and me again on August 15th. Oh, so she's saying she didn't call her grandmother more than one time, threatening her. So this happened day after Valentine's Day. She threatened her. She just dropped the baby because she had a baby in February. For whatever reason, I got 8th in my head, but I don't know. So she said, and she just threatened my family and me again in February 15th. So I am really in fear for my life. I don't know what's taking so long for them to serve her. So you think serving her was going to stop everything? That piece of paper, you wasn't no longer going to have to be in fear? Or was that going to start, your plan of taking her out? I need that because by the time my 6-week checkup is up, I want to be able to come to Chicago and bring my baby there and visit him and all of that. And she's not going to be able to keep me. She can't keep me from there. So I'm going to have to take her out. She said that in December. Now, mind you, where's that screenshot if I didn't take that out? That she literally posted that. I showed it earlier in this video. That she literally posted, I'm just going to have to start taking bees out. Oh, there it is. Right there. Right there. What's the date? January 24th here, okay? So we in court talking about February and all this in January, December, February, but in January, she sending out threats online. Okay? How does that work, ma'am? But yet she just threatened my family and me. August 5th or September 15th. I mean, February 15th, right after Valentine's Day. Or was her and Carlos together on Valentine's Day? Anyway, I'm talking about Romeca. So I am really feared for my life. I'm really feared for my life. See, she got practice with saying that because that's all it takes for a cop to get off unaliving somebody if they say, I was in fear for my life. It ain't about if that's how they felt, that's how they felt, then hey, they got to take it into consideration. But Holly is so much evidence that showed that she wasn't in fear for her life, and this is one of them. that you know, you get your weapon, you file all of these, you're harassing the courts and making sure, trying to see if she got served. You mean she did all this and still didn't know that she wasn't served in February when she took, I mean in September when she took her out? But she definitely was checking up on it. And then, wait, dang, I gotta get out of here too. What address do you have for her? She gave the address. Is that the same address that you have, Sonia? Okay, and I read that already. God dang it. And then she said, okay, yes, that's her home address. If you send something in the mail, she'll get it. How you know? All right, we'll see you on March 20th. She couldn't even wait for all of this stuff. March 20th. Okay, so yeah, that would be before. Okay, so he said, we'll see you on March 20th. She said, okay, thank you. And then he said, you have a nice day now. And she said, all right. Okay, so that is that. But thank y'all for tuning in. Great reporting, Queen. Thank you, Gina. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Please subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you'll know every time I go live. Those outfits were cute. Right, the matching jail outfits. Street justice is divine. Just all right, Cruel 82. See, we don't condone violence, although I understand how the family is feeling. Hey, Thriving Global Joe, welcome in, fam. Thank y'all all for tuning in. I gotta get out of here though. I got a 2-hour window. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all please check out my other 2 videos that I already did. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace and love, y'all. We out. Please smack that thumbs up on the way out, y'all. Let's go. Light the ass up. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Peace and love, y'all. We out.